Hey everyone, it's Bree. I am super excited to share this exciting news with y'all. I'll stop talking with my hands. But yes, okay, so as you may have known, if you follow me on social media, I am the June guest designer for Pink Paislee. Like, holy cow, oh my goodness, fall to the floor, heart beating so super fast, like so exciting. Paige Evans had reached out to me, and as soon as I saw it, I was like in awe because it was like, who me? Like, there are so many like talented crafters and scrapbookers out there, and for her to reach out to me, it was just, I don't even know, like I was speechless and probably squealed and got so excited and was telling my coworkers all about it. And yeah, it was just a huge deal for me. And I think I compared it, oh, I forget who I compared it to. Like in the scrapbook world, you know, having Paige Evans reach out to you is like a celebrity reaching out to you, or like Tom Brady reaching out to somebody in football, or you know what I mean. Anyways, okay, so I've been chatting for a minute straight. Let's get into the project sharing. This is going to be the mini album flip through. I'm going to show you the 2 cards that I created, as well as 3 layouts that I also created for this design guest designer spot. And I think I said that in the beginning, right? June guest designer. I think I said that. I didn't say design team. This is just a guest designer. Okay, so onto it. So I created this super cute mini album, and the cover measures 3.5 by 4.5, and the insides measure 3.5 by 4. So it's basically not 3.5. I'm sorry, a 3 by 4. So it's like a project life size card mini album. So this is what I created. I wanted to do like this little tassel thing. And so I had created this tiny little shaker. This little butterfly shape was from one of Paige's cut files. It was like the inside of her butterfly cut file. So I just used that because I had it on my desk, and put it on the back of this little shaker and added some little pom-poms. And then I created these little beads, and then I used a couple beads from my stash, as well as this little bead from Paige Evans. Ooh, was this Take Me Away, or is this Oh My Heart? I can't remember which collection this charm is from. But yeah, so I was sent, and honestly, they said, okay, well, your box is going to come, and I wasn't sure what collection was going to be in it. I honestly thought it was going to be Horizon, but it was Indigo and Ivy. And this collection is amazing. I would have been happy with anything that they sent me. But yeah, it was just super fun to create. Okay, stop. I can't. You guys are probably going to laugh at me because I'm so excited to share this with y'all. But yeah, so let's just get back into it. Okay, so I had created these little flowers using Paige's rolled cut flower cut files. And I believe I used 4 different cut files to make these. So I just rolled them up and hot glued them together. And once I made the first one, I was on a roll. Like it was quite addicting to make. So I just had a little tag and then an ephemera piece in the back, and I have to sneeze, so I'm so sorry. Hopefully it goes away. Okay, and then I added some American Crafts ribbon to that. So you flip it over, and this is where I did some journaling. I did, the mini album is about our vacation back in December when we flew home to California for the holidays. And I used some of the specialty vellum just to add a little something, and sewed down one of the, let's see, they're like these words right here. And I just sewed it down and added a chipboard piece. And all my photos are 2 by 2 size. So there's that one. I'm sorry, I always forget how close I'm zoomed in, and hopefully I'm not like making y'all sick. We're like super close. And there's this one. I just took some vellum and just stitched it down, and then I added some more little American Crafts glitter ribbon and stapled that, and just did some layering. That was my boys when we first got to Disneyland. It's the day before we flew back home. And this is from the cut apart sheet from one of the pattern papers. And I had, I had punched, I forget why I punched this out. Oh, I think on the back side, I needed the back side of this paper. I had punched into it, and I saw that this hole was there. So I created a little tulle sequin pocket, and of course added some ribbon. And this was just a simple little page here. Just the view driving home to my hometown. That's the Pacific Ocean. Driving on the 101. north. Which way am I going? Okay. Then I just added a little hole to one of the like acetate pieces. This is another little page. I added some modeling paste to pages like mini stencil cut files, and I love this heart one, so I just added some paste on the back of that and added some stitching here and there and some tangled thread, and added some stitching to a little paper clip, or actually stitching to the ribbon that I attached to a paper clip. So I love how that turned out with that little stitching element. Then I just added some white paint here to tone down some of the pattern paper. And just layered some up, and that's my son eating some churros. That's Noah. And then I created with some of the leftover packaging. I just added some sewing and some sequins, and then some wooden veneers that came in the collection. And this was from, I believe, the cut apart sheet. Yeah. So I just added some stitching and a couple punched out hearts, and that's the back of it. Just a sticker. And this cute little ephemera piece was from the ephemera pack. And I just went off the whole checklist thing, and I put eat a churro and checked it off because we did. That was like, I think it was like 10 in the morning, and I was like, I don't care. We are eating churros here. And I just add this cute little ribbon here and added a sticker to the back of it. Sorry, I hope I'm not moving too much. Maybe I should just put it down. Okay, this page, I had fussy cut some of the leaves from a pattern paper, and I added this cute little clip with more American Crafts ribbon. And I love how this photo of my son kind of matches the whole leaf thing going on. And then this is another page. I used some of the rub-ons that came in the collection and layered those up and added some tangled thread. This is just another ephemera piece that I punched and added in. You make me feel happy. And then I layered up a rub-on and then a couple pieces of ephemera. Here's the next page. A wood veneer. I added a border punch at the bottom to give it some interest. I really wanted to make, as you were flipping through this book, I really wanted to make it unique and you could notice different elements on it. So this one, I added stitching, wood veneer, of course more ribbon kind of peeking out, but I added mixed media to it. I added stitching, I layered up some ribbon and sewed that on. Yeah, so I just wanted the person that was flipping through it just to kind of be like, oh wow, like look at that, and just have a lot to look at basically, and it just be a really interactive and fun mini. I took some vellum and decided to make a little sequin shaker pocket again. And this is the last page of my mini, and it's just two amazing kids. We were leaving Disney, and since we went around Christmas, it was totally decorated for Christmas. And I had them stand in front of that humongous Christmas tree. And yeah, I just love how that turned out. I did add some stamps to these hexagon wood veneers, and I believe it's from Pages. Yeah, I used the heart from Pages Horizon Collection, that little tiny one. And so that's my mini. I love how it turned out. It was so much fun to create. I love this collection so much. I'm gonna zoom out so I can show y'all the rest of what I made. So I created a card, and I think this is okay. So I sized it 4.5 by 4.5. I used another one of Paige's little cut file stencils, and I added some shimmers. Pasties? No, it's a Dazzler, and added some mixed media. This is watercolor cardstock. I think it's Tim Holtz watercolor cardstock, I believe. Just layered up some embellishments and kept it simple, and used a chipboard piece as a title, not a title, it's not a scrapbook page, as a greeting on my card. And then here is another card. This is a top folding, I think it's a normal A2 size card, yeah. 4.25 by 5.5. I added some stitching, some tangled thread, and it just says, hi beautiful, and follow your heart. Just simple cards. Yeah, I love it. I did pop this one up on dimension foam, so it gives it a little something something. All right, so I did make 3 layouts. This is the first one that I created. Hopefully, zoom out some more. Okay, So I took one of Paige's cut files again and just cut it on some plain white cardstock and added some modeling paste to it, and then I went through and added some shimmers, and you can kind of see all the pretty shimmers in there. I just sprayed it on and mixed it around with some water, used another little, not ephemera piece, but one of those, what do they call it? A title, and created this simple page. I went ahead and cut the cut file again in vellum so that it could add a little interest and a little bit of something on the bottom. That way it wasn't so like heavy on the top. Then I added some little pieces of pattern paper and a few acetate titles or texts and added some stitching to that. So that was number 1. This is number 2. I had torn a few different pattern papers from Indigo and Ivy and added some gesso, and then did the same thing again. You know me in mixed media. I love mixed media, and anytime that I can use a stencil on a page, I'm going to. And so I just took a bunch of shimmers and created this page about my doggie. And it's just, I used another title and some of the gorgeous stickers in the collection. And if you haven't checked out, I mean, I'm sure you might have seen it because it was just recently released, and it is absolutely stunning. Like, absolutely stunning. You can make girl pages, you can make masculine pages, you can just make anything and everything out of this collection. It's so versatile and beautiful. Okay, so that was my second layout. I fussy cut some of these flowers from one of the pattern papers and added some of these really cute, what are these called? Why can't I think of it? It's not a puffy heart. It's like an epoxy. That's what it is, epoxy hearts. And this is my final layout. It's probably one of my favorites because it does have a lot of these rolled flowers. And these are addicting. I love the dimension and the texture that it gives my page. They are so much fun to create. So yeah, like I said, I used a few different Paige's rolled flower cut files and cut them out in just various sizes and rolled them up with, I had my little bone folder to help me bend it, and then rolled them and then hot glued them. And they were so simple. They look like, you know, it would be kind of tedious to make, but no, they're so super simple. I also used one of her wreath cut files, one of Paige's, and cut it out with one of the Indigo and Ivy pattern papers and layered it up on this super pretty pink watercolor paper and just kind of made little clusters, and used some of the flowers that I also fussy cut from that other pattern paper as well. And I used some stickers as to add some here, and then just some white paint splatters. So yeah, this is everything that I created with the Indigo and Ivy collection. I still have a bunch more supplies left that I am going to continue creating with. I loved this collection. It was such an honor to be asked to be the June guest designer. Like, it was an honor, and I'm so super thrilled to have been able to create with these beautiful products. So thank you again to Paige and to Pink Paislee for having me. I hope you guys check out the blog post that's up on the Pink Paislee blog. Please check it out so you can get up close photos of everything that I created today. And thank you so much for commenting, subscribing, and liking my videos. I really, really appreciate every one of you. I absolutely love to create, and yeah, I hope I've inspired you in some way, and we'll see you again in the next one. Thanks. Bye.